So many of us go into a first date thinking, is this my person? Oh my God, is this my person? And that puts so much pressure on this individual who's literally just there trying to find out if you smell good. That's it. What do I mean by that? I mean that when you go into this first date, into a meeting with someone who you are just getting to know, I want you to scale down your expectations and just take it as an opportunity to find out if you feel comfortable with this individual. You might be thinking, Malika, how do I know if I feel comfortable if I'm new to this process? If I'm really busy and I'm spending my day having all kinds of meetings at work, like I don't even know how to switch my brain into this mode of analyzing whether I'm comfortable with this potential soulmate. And that's a fair point. So here's what I recommend for approaching a first meeting. Number one, you want to find out if you feel like you can speak without thinking too much. What do I mean by that? There are some individuals that just put us on edge, and it's not easy to say why, but we don't feel comfortable with them. We don't feel like we can just be ourselves and say what we want. Now, I used to have this when I would express my strong political opinions around someone who wasn't comfortable with me expressing my political opinions. And I knew I'd found a gem when I met my partner and I shared my political opinions, and he was okay. He didn't react, he didn't support them, and he didn't negate them. He was just allow me to express myself. And that is what you're looking for. Now, you might want to talk about a topic so simple as what you're going to eat for dinner tonight. Is that person listening to you? Or are they tuned out on another planet? All of these are signals. And that's your goal on a first date, is simply to collect these signals that you are going to see pop up during the meeting, whether you're talking on the phone, whether you're having a video chat, whether you're hanging out in person, whether you're meeting each other in a public space. Your goal is simply to pay attention to the signals indicating to you how you feel with that individual. I'm going to walk you through a couple of examples that I have seen consistently in successful matches, people who I want to get to know further, and what we might call cold matches. People you don't really want to see again, but you're happy that you met them once just to have that data point of saying, all right, this wasn't a match, we move on. Now, I want to talk about the cold matches first so that we can end with the warm matches. What I've noticed with myself is that I really value someone being present. And this goes back to the concept of values, which we worked on in previous modules. What do you value in an individual who you choose to accept as a major part of your life? It's all there for you in your worksheet. And if you have any questions, simply go back and check out that worksheet that you've already completed by this point. But you want to ask, what are the values that I want to see demonstrated? And for me, one of my huge values is present. I want to be with someone who's listening to me, who's paying attention, who's present. I don't want to be with someone who's on planet Neptune while I'm here on planet Earth. And the way that I check this on a video chat is by asking, is the person looking at me? Are they checking their email while they're with me? If you're meeting someone in person, you can look at whether that individual is paying attention to you. Do they seem like they're thinking about something else entirely? Do they seem distracted? And if they seem particularly distracted, you can also just ask them if you think that's unusual. Hey, are you with me here? Did you hear what I just said? Politely, of course. Your goal is to find out if the interaction with this individual matches the values you've already identified. To answer the question, do I feel comfortable enough with this individual to spend more time with them, either in a digital environment or in real life? And do I want to get to know them further? We spend time with some people who we just genuinely want to spend more time with. And those are my favorite kind of connections. Those are the ones you're looking out for. Along the way, you're going to have a few cold matches that don't feel quite so enticing, and that's okay. Take them as data points and take them as signals for why you didn't enjoy that conversation. After each meeting, you want to have a crystal clear idea of what you didn't like about the meeting and what you did like, so that the elements that you did like, you can simply focus on repeating. Now, going back to the example I shared, the one on presence. When I met my partner, one of the first things I noticed about him, even though I didn't know anything about him, I didn't even know where he worked, was that he listened. I was telling him about my family. He'd asked me, "Do you have any brothers and sisters?" And I said, "Yes, I have a sister." And I mentioned that in the conversation. And I looked over at him and he was listening. And it shocked me because that's the kind of question you ask everyone you meet. And yet there he was paying close attention to everything that I was saying, even such a banal fact as, yes, I have one sister. Now, this was a signal to me, a little breadcrumb, if you will, that indicated that he shared my values: active listening, presence, someone who pays attention. These are values that I seek in the people close to me. As we got to know each other better, I noticed a match to other values. He was active. He liked the outdoors. He was polite. He was kind. And notice how all of these elements are not necessarily factors that tell me a lot about him. They're just signals that tell me, yes, I want to get to know this person better. I want to spend more time with them because they're passing my first barriers. This is what you're looking for. This set of breadcrumbs that guide you towards deepening a connection with that individual. It's simply a way to say to yourself, yes, this is the kind of individual I want to get to know further and could be a long-term match. That's all we're looking for in these initial conversations. And by focusing solely on finding these breadcrumbs, you give the other person space to open up and share who they truly are, which enables you to make a decision on whether they're someone with whom you'd like to spend time with in the longer term.